It's Councillors, and welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Angers, our old club, the club we left at the end of last season / start of this season. We're taking on with our PSG side. If you didn't watch the last episode, you won't know that we got Atletico Madrid and Juventus in our Champions League group, but I did say we were going to be getting Angers. We did, and now we have to take them on. It's interesting, I would say. Since you were here last, we beat Willem II 1-0. Gregory Kroon got himself a cheeky little goal for the first time in what felt like forever. To be fair, it had been 3 games since he scored. We then went to Juventus and we got a draw. We were so good defensively in that game. It was scary. We don't normally play that well. My teams don't normally play well defensively, but against Juventus, we were actually pretty decent. And we went and played Heracles. We struggled to beat them 2-1. It wasn't one for the ages, but it was a decent enough game. We managed to come out of it with a victory. That's all that really matters. We then went and played Vitesse, who were top of the league, which I was very surprised when I saw Vitesse were top of the league, but they've started really rather well. We scored in the first minute, and pretty much nothing happened after that. It was a very, very, very boring game. It was a 48 seconds in or something like that. It was very, it was just below the first minute, or not below the first minute, but just before the first minute ended. Someone crossed the ball in. I think it was Coops, and what's the Kroon got his head onto it, dinked it past the keeper, and we came out with the victory. So in this episode, we're taking on Angers and Atletico Madrid. But I'll show you the league. So league-wise, we are sitting 3rd, but we're joint on points with Sparta and Heerenveen. Ajax have started a little bit poorly, to be fair. They've had a draw and a defeat already, but we sit here with Angers top of the Champions League group, which I am very, very surprised by. They did win their game against Atletico Madrid. It was, why can't I say the, god damn it, Group D. They beat them 2-1. Kalantari scored and Bajic scored one goal, so I could have had Bajic if I'd stayed at Angers, but I didn't. I've left. We're managing PSV, and I have no regrets. Unless we lose this game, and then I regret everything. So for today's game, I never showed you the players that the signings that were made. We do have Andres Pinisi coming in. His the transfer didn't go through before the end of the window. I don't know why they left it so late, but he is going to be joining us on the 1st of January for 6.75 million. He's a defensive midfielder who can play centre back or kind of central midfield. He looks pretty good. Argentinian, coming from Racing Club I'm not a big fan of in Argentina, but I'll take the players, it's fine. But 6.75 million, not a bad amount of money for us to get off them. We signed Stephen Gay from Hibernian. Decent little goalkeeper. He had 5-star potential. He's got 4.5-star potential now. But he looks decent. Penalty taking of 1. You know, not great, but we shall continue. We'll strive on. Thomas Fredriksson is a central midfielder who signed from Jerv, who Norwegian first division side. He is in our under 18s at the minute, but I think it won't be long before he's in the first team. He looks rather good. We have him working on his agility and balance because they're, what he's lacking quite a lot of. 3.5-star potential. I reckon he could be better than that. And then the 2 players down here, just 2 players that they were brought in. I'm not overly worried about them. Since Dirk Proper left, Just 4 players went out on loan. Not overly bothered about them. So we're going into this game with Yonkers in goal, Dumfries and Coops as our wingbacks, Renda and Kikpierre as our central defenders, Rosario as our DM because Roos is still a little bit injured, Luchtenberg and Ecklenkamp starting in central midfield, Kirk and Roosten, as our wide men, and Kroon starting as our striker. Desmond Pole has played a couple of games recently. Is flattered to deceive, shall we say. He's been less than impressive. Stephen Gay sitting on the bench. He hasn't made his debut yet, but I don't think it'll be long before he gets a chance. But to be fair, Yonkers has been playing really quite good, so I'm not going to take him out of the team when he's playing well. How are Angers lining up? So they have Veliu starting, Panzos continuing, our old central midfield, Kalantari is starting as a striker, Niepo is on the bench, Radlovic is on the bench, Toure and Anache. Inuit Anache has lost his number 4. That's sad. Who got number 4 instead of him? I didn't actually check to see who their captain was. Because I was full sure that once I left, Anache was going to lose the captain's armband. I don't think it's going to show me here who is captain. Will it? No. But I would assume... Oh, we've a throw. Dumfries. Ecklenkamp. Oh, it gets cleared off the line by Veliu. Ecklenkamp. Okay. Ecklenkamp. Handballed. Ball. He's a ball handler. No, Anache keeps the captain's armband. Interesting. But he's not. Fair enough. We're not their manager anymore, so we can't be saying anything. They're playing with an attacking midfield 3, all 3 of which are new players. But this is pretty much the team that we had when we left. Ambrosius and Bajic were brought in, and Bob were brought in when we were still there. Veliu Ambrosius gets his first goal against us. Ambrosius' first goal of the season is against us. We never actually got to see him play football, but he's managed to score. It looked like Veliu was going to score, but he didn't, and Yonkers got a decent save to push it behind. But unfortunately, we're 1 down going in at halftime, and I'm going to shout at my players because this is a game we really not necessarily should be winning, but a game I want us to win. Because it is my old team. I don't want to lose to a team that I once managed. Luchtenberg is playing terribly. I think my midfield is my midfield and my defensive midfield not having a great time. So we're going to berate the lads, because we did give out to them at halftime and say, come on lads, come on. No, Atletico Madrid are beating Juventus. No, Dumfries with a throw. Kroon. Renda's offside. Oh! Renda was offside. That is no bueno. Checking goal review. Goal disallowed. Obviously. It's always... Well, it's not always disallowed. I had one allowed towards the end of the season with Angers last year. Kikpierre playing terribly. Luchtenberg is shocking. So we're going to take him off for Broland. Roosten is playing crap. So we're going to bring on Van Meurs. See how he gets on. We leave our last substitution for now. I don't want to make all my changes just yet, because we're only 65 minutes in, but we're going to go slightly more attacking. I'm going to demand more. We've motivated and fired up some of the players. Go on, we'll do a bit more attacking. The 2 lads over here just sitting down, having a bit of crack. Sure. What more would you want to be doing, hey? The lads are shattered. We're going to take off do we take off? I'm going to bring on Jorrit Hendricks, who has just signed a new... well, it's not a new contract, is it? No, I think he did a year extension. He's signed one of those. And we're going to lose against Angers. This is not good enough, lads. Or are we? Are we? Neto puts it forward to Kalantari. We haven't seen much of Kalantari today. Dumfries. Hendricks. Gets it to Broland. Not sure what he was trying to do. Kroon. Gregory Kroon. Puts it into the back of the net. Velu made the mistake of not quite getting his tackle in. It was a very hopeful ball. Velu, terrible first touch. Missed the tackle to take Kroon out. And then Kroon just slots it past Bajic. And we're going to go back to attacking just so we can see the game out. Because most people go defensive. No. Attacking. If Renda hadn't touched that ball, we would have won 2-1. So, I'm gonna say no. I don't want to send them to training because the lads will be shattered. I'm gonna say I'm not happy with that performance. Gregory Kroon got an 8.2. Moores is demotivated. You played like 15 minutes. Away with you, lad. Don't have to worry about it that much. So we draw, and Atletico Madrid beat Juventus. So, did not expect to say this, but Juventus, bottom of the group. That is interesting. So we'll come back in just a second for the game against Atletico Madrid. I would show some league matches, but we're literally just going to get 6 games in the Champions League. So I'm going to try and get as many of those in as I can, because I really want to show you how we get on. Because it's our first time in the Champions League in this series, and we're playing against our old team. It's just, the stars have aligned. So we'll be back in just a second for the game against Atletico Madrid, which is going to be at home. Hopefully. Oh, God, I hope we can do something against them. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a second. So as you can see, the game against Atletico Madrid is upon us. But Juventus beat Angers in their match with an 89th minute winner from, I'm guessing that's, Lucas Digne scoring. That's made the group a little tasty. If we beat Atletico Madrid today, we go top. Well, that would be an upset for the apple carts. Whatever that means. We're sitting 4th in the league because the results from in between were both draws. We weren't great. Against Groningen, it was a 3-3 draw. We were very, very lucky to get this draw. Gregory Kroon scored in the 82nd minute to pull us level, but Enkelkamp scored in the 81st minute. So we really did just wait until the final 10 minutes to actually start playing football. And then against Feyenoord, we gave away a penalty in the 4th minute, then missed a penalty in the 9th minute, I think it was. And then Rusinen went up front, and it was the 16th minute, sorry. But then Rusinen scored in the 91st minute, and this was, beautiful goal. Didn't expect him to score. As you can see, he didn't start this game, came off the bench, but what a goal. So he picks it up here. He's surrounded by Feyenoord players and just smashes it into the back of the net. Barak with the goal to pull us level. But as you can see, we weren't great. Sadliek started, was terrible. Luchtenberg started on the wing, was not great. But the game against Atletico Madrid, hoping we can do the business today. They want us to play very defensive. I'm guessing Atletico Madrid are going to play they're good defensively. They're fairly poor in attack. I think we're just going to just run at them. Just run really fast at them. Hope for the best. The only change for this game is, there's a couple of changes. Luchtenberg is moving onto the right wing to be an advanced playmaker. We're gonna try it and see what he can do. He was pretty bad in the last game. I'm hoping against a good team he plays better. But you can see his average rating for the last 5 games has been 6.58. He's just not great. Rosario moves in to play as a box-to-box midfielder. Roos is back as the halfback. I think Rosario played in the last game. Other than that, pretty much the same team that started the last game. So we're going, the last game you saw. We've only made a couple of changes in here. Sadly, coming out. Van Meers started last game. He wasn't great, so we're not going to play him. But we're going into this game not expecting a huge amount. Like a draw would be nice, but we're at home, so I would like to win. Simeone still in charge of Atletico Madrid. Surprised by that. I would have thought that he would have moved on by this point, but he hasn't. I'm going to ask the lads to impress me. I'm going to point my finger at Kroon and be like, hey, I have faith in you. Go out there and make the difference. Oh, he's inspired. So, Atletico Madrid are playing a very defensive formation. Jan Oblak, somehow, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, leaves the ball bounce in front of him or behind him. Did he come out too far? We'll have to see this again. Coops with the big throw. Oblak just didn't do anything. Just kind of looked at it and it went past him. So this is fine. Enkelkamp back to Coops to kick Pierre, who's been hit or miss. And as I said, he's done a big boo-boo. And Miguel Borges scores. Miguel Borges scores. That was kick Pierre. He's not been great, has he? So we're less than 9 minutes in, and we're already 1-1. Almost went 2-1 down. We're going to give the lads a bit of encouragement. They have quite the midfielder, whose name is Jorgelberry. Coops to Ruse. Ruse gets it to Rosario. Puts it through to Kroon. Penalty? No. I would have expected a penalty. Jorgelberry. The Martinez they have starting at centre back is the Ajax centre back. They paid a large sum of money for him. We are playing interesting, trying to get out of the defence, even though we're not really supposed to. Lichtenberg gets it out to Dumfries. Dumfries whips it across, and somehow Rusanen doesn't get that ball in the back of the net. That was literally goal line. He was on the goal line and somehow doesn't put it in the back of the net. I love how Lichtenberg is nervous. He was apprehensive in the last game. Like, this guy's meant to be one of the best players on the team. And he just does not seem to like big games. Rosario, not having a great game. Kick Pierre, obviously not having a great game. Rick Yonkers, also not having a great game. We're flattering to deceive. No, deceiving. We're playing bad. Coops has had a pretty good start, to be fair to him. Lichtenberg hits the... No, keeper saved it. Thought that was after hitting a post, maybe. Eklenkamp gets it forward and Renda misses the header, but it gets booted clear by one of the Atletico Madrid defenders. We're going to demand more and we're going to go just more attacking. Oblak to Kunde. Gusto. Not moving with a lot of gusto. That was terrible. It's not been an exceptionally interesting game so far. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping that Rusanen gets it to Kroon. Kroon very easily dispossessed, but Dumfries sends it down to Rosario. Lichtenberg puts it through to Kroon. Gregory Kroon slots it past the keeper and does a weird side flip front thing. I'm not sure what that was, but it looks like he broke every bone in his body doing it. But he's lived to tell the tale. Terrible throw by Coops. Gusto comes out of the wing. Yusuf Demir. What was Coops doing? Why did Coops stop running? Question mark. 67 minutes and we're coming up on 78 minutes. I think it's about time we probably made a substitution. Coops with the throw. Big throw. Oblak actually manages to catch that one. We're going to make a change now because we can. Rusinin not having the best of games. Rosario's booked and not having a great game either. It's going to bring on Roland. And Rusinin, you're not having a great game. We're going to bring on Desmond Pole. Give him a chance to run around a little bit. I think we leave it at that for the time being. Have we been given a penalty? For what? It says it's a penalty. I have no idea why. Kroon puts in the back of it. We never actually saw it. We've made 2 substitutions and scored a goal. Kroon. I still don't know what that penalty was for, because it looked like Oblak just plucked it out of the air. So unless they gave a handball against Oblak, which would be counterproductive. But I wouldn't be surprised with VAR. Borges smashes that one wide. There is Lechtenberg's actually having a good game. What? Kick Pierre is going to come off. We're going to bring on Lozano. Do not want him being a ball playing defender, because he can't be a ball playing defender. He's not very good at the ball playing defender-ness. And of course, Enkelkamp picks up an injury just to make that final substitution, because FM, logic. We're going to give the lads a bit of praise. Ruse manages to find Coops, gets dispossessed by Borges across, and Angelino. Okay, well, we're gonna cancel that. We're not going to praise the lads. We're going to go back to a positive, and we're going to throw a bit of encourage. Frustrated them, but all we have to do is not concede, and everything will be fine. Unfortunately, oh, what a save! What a save by Yonkers! I thought that was a guaranteed goal. We have 5 minutes at a time. I think Lozano tried to score an own goal there, but couldn't. Yonkers. Oh. We got away with that one. And 5 minutes has come and gone. We have managed to get a victory against Atletico Madrid. We have outsmarted Simeone. Somehow. Kroon, man of the match. Has to be man of the match. Played fantastically. Well done, lads. We go top of the group. We are top of our Champions League group. Who saw this coming? Because I certainly didn't. Definitely didn't see this coming. Rick Yonkers, I might rest him for the next couple of games. He's been a little on the poor side the last couple of games. Bayern Munich absolutely smashing Sofia. Poor CSK getting the business done on them. Still surprised Angers lost, but young PSV shine against Atletico Madrid. Kroon with his hat-trick winning us the game. Enkelkamp, 2-day injury. Picked ourselves a nice little bit of money. Happy days. Gregory Kroon, superb in front of goal last time, buddy. Well done. If you told me halfway through the group that we would have been top, I would have been like, no, obviously not. We've somehow managed to get there. So for the next episode is going to be Juventus and the final group game against Angers. What I really want, I don't expect us to qualify, but if we could get third ahead of Angers, I'd be quite happy. That'd be nice. I don't expect it, but it'd be nice. So that'll be the next episode. Juventus in the Champions League at home and away against Angers. So should be interesting. I'm hoping it goes well. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I will see you in the next one.